And I know nothing about well, I know the basics of Star Wars. But
well, I'll just say Alelu Tanuv, and there we go.
Welcome back
What,
to
you don't
Time
speak
Tellers. No, I do not. Where we dive into the history behind the holidays sometimes. Where we dive into the history behind the holidays you celebrate, love, or maybe accidentally stumbled into while looking for a discount on pizza. I'm your host, Renee, and Dan requested this episode specifically. So, we're talking about a galactic celebration
that's not Life Day.
Not quite official, but very much beloved. Star Wars Day, May the 4th.
Be with you?
And also with you. Strap in, grab your lightsaber, and maybe put your Wookiee costume on standby because here we go.
Okay, grabbing my lightsaber.
So why May 4th?
Why are you already wearing your Wookiee costume?
You're hilarious. I don't have one. Why do you think May 4th?
May the 4th be with you?
It all started, as many great things do, with a bad pun. May the 4th be with you, a play on the iconic Star Wars phrase. May the Force be with you. Became an accidental foundation for an entire holiday. But wait, George Lucas or a secret Jedi council didn't even create it. No, the first recorded use came from...
the 501st.
No. British politics.
Ah.
On May 4th, 1979, the Conservative Party congratulated Margaret Thatcher on her election as Prime Minister by placing an ad in the London Evening News that read, quote, "May the 4th be with you, Maggie, congratulations," unquote.
Ew.
That's right. Before it became an excuse to wear a cape to work, Star Wars Day was a nerdy, political pun. I just ruined this for you, didn't I? Sorry. Just to make sure we all realize, the first Star Wars movie ever released was Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, which initially premiered simply as Star Wars on May 25th, 1977. So almost a full 2 years before this. Just putting that out.
Yeah, it was just right about getting ready for Empire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, fans shared the joke informally, but there were no organized events. It was the rise of the internet, fan forums, and meme culture in the early 2000s that turned May 4th into a grassroots holiday for fans.
Yub-nub.
Fast forward a couple of decades, and an internet full of memes, and May the 4th organically grew into a fan holiday. Online forums, fan clubs, and social media began making May 4th with jokes, movie marathons, and Wookiee impressions that probably annoyed many a neighbor. Do you know when the first official May the 4th event was held? And where?
No.
Wow. Sad. It was held at the Toronto Underground Cinema in 2011. First official. It included a Star Wars costume contest, trivia games, and a fan-made film festival. Even though fans had been using the pun online for years, this was the first large organized celebration.
Well, that's because most of the Star Wars stuff is at the actual Star Wars celebrations, which I have been to several.
Oh, do tell.
Denver, Indianapolis, etc.
Etc.
They're just giant Star Wars conventions. The Indy one was fun because they had the Indianapolis, forgot the actual name of the orchestra, but they played a whole bunch of music from it.
John Williams, yes, check. Okay.
Yeah. And Anthony Daniels was the MC for it, so that was fun. You know, the C-3PO.
That does sound fun.
It was.
You.
It was. You wouldn't
No,
want to hear...
I like Star Wars. I'm just not like a fanatic.
But you wouldn't want to see, music from Star Wars being played live with Anthony Daniels talking about it?
Maybe.
Yeah, there was
So,
also Billy D. Williams, and all of them were there. So
no, that's cool.
yes. I have pictures with most of them.
I believe you do. You should probably post some of those around the time we put this
Maybe.
out.
And speaking of Star Wars too, when I was at Edinburgh, we had James Earl Jones as a speaker, as Darth Vader.
I remember that
Mufasa.
because I was also at Edinburgh. That's how
Yes,
we
but-
know each other.
Yes, but do you have a picture of him standing in the trumpet section with you?
No, because I don't play that gosh darn instrument.
This was the jazz band played at wherever the
I also
speech
don't
was,
play jazz.
whatever hotel it was.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I've seen that photo.
Probably.
You showed me that photo.
That's
It's
back
when Dan was young.
Hmm.
Anyways.
always younger than you.
Oh, by like a year. Oh my God. Okay. So let's.
And you can't forget about the Wicket musical I'm on the cast recording for either. You know, the Wicket, the Ewok. It's a musical about Wicket and the Ewoks. And a really good song in that show is called Ewoks in Stock, which is about all the commercialization of the toys, and the Ewoks are in stock, but all the accessories are sold separately. It's available for licensing as well.
There you go, folks. You heard it here first.
And you can listen to the cast album wherever you listen to music. It's on Apple, iTunes, Spotify, etc.
So let's continue on. Good job, Dan, though. Thanks for adding to this because I know not much
We know.
about this particular subject. Let's bring in the big bad, Disney. Because
Why?
they bought George Lucas films.
Yeah, I know. I was down in Florida when they did.
Yes, and he was very upset. No, I don't know, actually, if
He
you
wasn't
care.
very upset for the payday.
No, you.
No.
No, it didn't bother you?
No,
Okay.
because they hadn't done anything with it in how many years?
That's true. Yeah. Disney, sensing an opportunity the size of a Death Star, embraced the day after buying Lucasfilms in 2012. They started hosting official events at Disney parks, complete with themed parades. You could duel Darth Vader, build a custom lightsaber, and even eat Wookiee-themed snacks. Now that does sound like fun.
I have the Star Wars cookbook, two of them.
Of course you do.
It has Wookiee cookies and other galactic recipes.
I love it. Also, Jedi training sessions for kids and special edition merchandise. Because nothing says celebrate the Force quite like buying a $40 Yoda backpack.
I mean, the giant vinyl banners and the giant cardboard standees.
This was supposed to be a tiny episode.
Yeah, well,
No, I'm
I mean,
just teasing.
I literally have a room in Edinburgh that's nothing but Star Wars stuff.
Dan also has multiple houses. I'm just saying.
That's the one where it has all the autographs and everything. And almost all of the original 1977 and 80 and 83 figures. And most of the newer ones, too. And most of the Lego sets. And a bunch of film cells.
Ladies, he's single. So, just email the podcast if you're interested. It's timetellerspodcast@gmail.com.
Well, just because I have the Ewoks, just because I have film cells from the Ewoks and the droid cartoons.
You could also find them on Instagram and Facebook with the Time Tellers as well.
And all my music stuff.
Yes. Dan
And,
Liqueur. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to promote the podcast, not your music stuff.
Oh, okay.
Well, fine. Let's throw in comic book villains there, too. Yeah, we got that.
Well,
All those. Go listen to the music.
and all the old trading cards, and I have lots of lightsabers, a couple Jedi robes.
Delete that part. NASA astronauts celebrated May the 4th in space. On the International Space Station, astronauts have watched Star Wars movies to mark the day. Sometimes they even dressed up with makeshift Jedi robes made from available materials. I mean, that makes sense. They're in space. It's Star
Yeah.
Wars. So what do people do on Star Wars Day? Well, besides arguing about who shot first, it was Han. Don't at me. Fans have built a set of traditions almost as rich as the Jedi Order itself. Okay, so who shot first? It was Han.
Yeah, it was Han.
Yeah, thank you. Don't sigh at me.
In every version of it.
Don't
That
sigh at me.
counts.
So, some people have movie marathons.
Now, here's a question. How many people played Greedo?
Good Lord. I am going to continue on. I have no idea.
Do you even know who Greedo is?
No.
That's who Han shot.
Oh, then I know who he is. I just don't know the name. Okay,
There's 3 different actors, and then a different person did the voice.
I believe that, actually. I mean, think about it. That's how Darth Vader was, too. I mean, not with 3, but...
Well, yeah, just because of different scenes, like in the wide shots of the bar, and, well, Chillman's Cantina. It's not actually a bar, but...
So, some people watch every Star Wars movie. Yes, even the prequels.
What about the Ewok movies?
Bonus points if
the
you
Battle
do it...
for Endor and Caravan of Courage?
Bonus points if you do it chronologically, in release order, and still remember your name by the end. I don't know.
In release order? Why would you watch them in release order?
I don't know. That is silly. Like, don't you think you would watch it in the order they were supposed to be?
Yeah,
that's why they're prequels.
But then you also have to remember to
1, 2,
stick
3, 4, 5, 6.
To stick Rogue One and Han Solo in there, and the Ewok movies.
Dust off.
And then, if you really want to get technical, you can stick the cartoon or the TV series in. Like Andor, and then the Ewok cartoon, and the Droids cartoons, and then Ahsoka, and you can watch all the Clone Wars. And
I fell asleep.
And also the games that tie in as well.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm okay.
What is wrong with you?
I just made the weirdest noise.
Yes, you did. I have a recording of it. I'm sorry, but that's not a noise from Star Wars.
Are you sure?
Yes. Actually, I am sure.
Okay, some people cosplay. Dust off your lightsaber, dig out your robe, and pray your co-workers recognize that you're supposed to be Obi-Wan and not some wizard. I mean, this year it's on a Sunday, so you may not have to deal with co-workers. To yourself, Star Wars-themed snacks are a huge thing, like Wookiee cookies, as Dan mentioned, blue milk, and Yoda soda. Some fans even throw cantina parties, where the only rule is no dismemberments. So social media explodes with quotes from Yoda, Obi-Wan, and of course the immortal, "I am your father." Some people even speak exclusively in Yoda speak for the day. Annoying it may be, fun it is. Or, as Dan can speak, Ewok. Go ahead. Show off your talents.
Oh.
Because I'm looking at you.
I've already said several things in Ewokies today.
Well, do some more.
No.
Just because I asked?
Yes.
Fine. May 4th has even expanded. The very next day, May 5th, has been humorously dubbed Revenge on the 5th. A nod to Revenge of the Sith. This day is for celebrating the darker side, Sith Lords, Darth Vader, and that one time Anakin had a very, very bad day at the Jedi Temple.
That was a very good day, depending on who you ask.
Fair. Some superfans even rolled into a full week called Star Wars Week. Because why not stretch your celebration as long as the Skywalker family stretches their drama?
Well, I mean, it's a recognized religion in how many countries?
What?
You didn't know Jedi's a recognized religion?
I did not know that. But I know Star Wars Day was almost declared an official holiday in California. Yeah. Almost. In 2019, California lawmakers proposed a resolution to officially recognize May 4th as Star Wars Day statewide. Though it didn't pass, it showed how big the celebration had become. In places like San Francisco, New York City, and even Tokyo, fans gather for giant, organized, and usually hilarious lightsaber duels on May the 4th. In public parks. So, whether you're on the light side, the dark side, or just here for the snacks, aka me, May the 4th is a reminder that sometimes the best holidays are the ones we invent ourselves. I thought that was a good one. Nothing? Okay. So, thanks for joining us on this journey to a galaxy not so far away. Just your local movie shelf. Until next time, remember...
What's a movie shelf?
I don't know. I just realized. Oh my god! I think that's streaming. Yeah, that's what it should be.
I mean, I have them all on
streaming.
VHS, but
thanks for joining us on this journey to a galaxy not so far away. Just your
even Attack of the Clones, because that was
streaming
the last
service.
That was the last movie released on VHS.
Which one?
Attack of the Clones.
That was on VHS.
Yeah, that was the last
VHS.
Yeah, that was
not
DVD. That was the last one they released on VHS.
Dude, they stopped doing VHSs in like the early 2000s. When did that movie
early
come
2000s.
Out? I feel old. Until next time.
The DVD versions, the Laserdisc versions, and the beta tapes, and you gotta have everything. And even the UMD discs.
Just trying to end this. Dan's going to start its own podcast spin-off on May the 4th.
No.
Just
I mean, I do know enough Star Wars people I could get special guests.
Oh, you do. I know.
Here, let me.
Till next time, remember, the Force will be with you always. And we'll see you next time. Bye. How long was that? That's supposed to be a tiny.